everyone, and welcome to Poda Lifestyle and Wellness channel. We're sitting here with Ryan Selby, CEO of the company. We're going to dive into his past a little bit today. Ryan, how are you doing? You ready to dive in?
Hey, I'm doing well, thanks. Yeah, good to be here with you.
All right, so let's just kind of paint a picture of yourself for people. Tell me what you were doing before you got involved with Poda.
Well, I guess, I've always been an inventor. I was one of those weird kids who, what do you want to be in kindergarten? I want to be an inventor. I was always tearing apart electronics and all sorts of stuff and coming up with crazy contraptions and gizmos and gadgets. I've always really, my brain kind of works in a crazy way to put things together that other people might not see. So I've always really, I've come from a family of self-employed entrepreneurs. So it's always been something that's been what I wanted to do with my life. I went straight from high school into business school. I graduated with a degree in international business from the University of Victoria. I spent about a year in China, learned a good conversational amount of Mandarin, and picked up a lot about working in China, doing business with China. I did some work co-ops over there, and I've since traveled for work back and forth about 30 times to China in the last 15 years. So a lot of experience doing that. I've invented and designed a whole bunch of different products over the years. I first started working in the smoking space about 15 years ago. Invented and launched a product called the Ejectable, which was a tobacco pipe that the bottom of the bowl could plunge up and eject out the ash. Kind of a silly product, but it's actually, I've applied it to a whole bunch of different pipes in the tobacco space, and it's actually sold all over the world still to this day. I've invented a number of different grinders for grinding up tobacco, humidors for storing cigars, rolling papers, and then about 5 years ago, invented the Poda system with my co-founder, Ryan Karkarin.
Wow. Okay. So entrepreneurship really runs in your blood, and you kind of took that and ran with it. You've already established yourself as an inventor.
That's right. Yeah. Living my dream, right? If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. So why tobacco? What really drew you into that industry?
Well, I think for one, it's a massive industry. And for the other side, I think there's a huge amount of room for improvement. Tobacco has been around for a long time, and until recently, people have really been consuming it in pretty much the same way they originally were, which would be, lighting tobacco on fire and breathing in the smoke. I have had a lot of experience designing products and things to improve the experience of smoking tobacco, and have from that been exposed to a whole host of different new technologies like e-cigarettes and vaporizers and other things. And out of that exposure and experience, I came up with a concept to really simplify the experience of vaporizing tobacco, as well as eliminate all of the pain points that go along with it. And out of that is where Poda was born.
All right, cool. Can you tell me more about what you do on the day-to-day for the company? Like what roles you have to fulfill and such?
Yeah. So essentially, the last 5 years, I've spent 24/7 working on the product development and coming up with really what is, I like to call, an engineered simplicity. It's a very complicated system with many different parts, which we've distilled down into its simplest possible form. Our goal is to have the user experience of using our product be almost the easiest possible experience. So we spend a huge amount of time developing the product. And then over the last few months, as we've moved from product development into the commercialization phase, I've really, pivoted my daily operations into now growing the company into what I believe is going to be a major global player in the tobacco space.
Yeah, it's interesting. With a lot of CEOs, you don't expect that hands-on approach, but you were there since this got started, right? Like you were really in the trenches, so to speak.
Yeah, well, and I really believe that's an important aspect of it. I know this product inside and out. I'm intimately familiar with all aspects of both the heat not burn space and the electronic cigarette space. I have experience directly in the tobacco and cigarette market, and I believe that my direct experience really enables me to understand the market and deliver a product that consumers want to buy through channels that are going to be effective for us to grow the business.
Wonderful. Well, Ryan, thanks for coming on and sharing your background. Next time we'll hop deeper into the company. Thank you for watching, everyone. Got any questions? Send them over to us. We'll be happy to answer them, and stay tuned for more. Ryan, take it easy.